Okay, guys, welcome to this new video. In this particular video, we're going to be talking about angles between lines and angles in a triangle. Okay, angles between lines and angles in a triangle. Let's go. First off, I'm sure you're familiar with angles. Angles are measured in degrees, right? The degree to which an angle makes tells you how many it is or how much degree it is. Let me put it that way. We'll be looking at some basics first of all. Let's start with a straight line. A straight line. We all know that a straight line is how many degrees? 180 degrees. So a turn like this is 180 degrees. Any angle that forms between these parts before it reaches 180 is less than 180 degrees, right? Okay. That being said, let's look at a scenario. Let's say we have a straight line like this, then an intersection at one point. Let's call this point C. Let's call here A. Let's call this place B and this place D, right? Now, between A and D, there's an angle. Between B and D here, there's another angle. How do we find the angles in this scenario? Let's assume this place is 30 degrees. 30 degrees. What would happen? For us to get this place, let's call it X. For us to get this place X, we would add the angles on both sides and equate it to 180 because ordinarily they're supposed to sum up to 180 degrees. So let's go. We have BCD. That is the angle on this section. So BCD plus ACD. ACD equal to 180. So what would we have? BCD is X. So X plus ACD is 30. X plus 30 equal to 180. Right? Equals to 180. Then if you make X the subject, you have that X equals to 180 minus 30, which would be equal to, what is 180 minus 30? This is 150. So we'll have 150 as the unknown angle. I hope you understand. So this is for when you have a straight line with an intersection, just one intersection. We'll look at other cases shortly. Now let's look at adjacent lines. What do we mean by adjacent lines? When are two lines said to be adjacent? When you have something like this, you can say the two lines are adjacent. Let's call here point A, call here point B, and here point C, right? Now, these two lines, A to B, is adjacent to B to C. They are adjacent. And two lines, when they lie beside each other and have a common vertex, we say they are what? Adjacent. Okay. Like we said a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago, when you have a scenario like this, a straight line with an intersection, let's call here C, let's call here point O, let's call this place B, and this place A, right? AOC, that is AOC, which is this portion of your line, is AOC plus BOC is equal to 180 degrees. We said that a few seconds ago. Okay, let's look at another scenario. Let's say you have vertically opposite angles. Let's look at the case of vertically opposite angles. Okay. When you have two lines crossing each other like this, Now let's look at this scenario. Let's call this place O, the center. Let's call this place D. Let's call here B. Let's call here A. And let's call here C, right? For vertically opposite angles, AOC is equal to BOD. I repeat, AOC is equal to BOD. That is for vertically opposite angles. So whatever angle you have here will be equal to what you will have here. So let's put it down first. AOC is equal to BOD. In the same vein, AOD is equal to BOC. AOD is equal to BOC. So whatever angle you have here will be equal to what you would also have in this side. This is for vertically opposite angles. So AOD is equal to BOC. Now this is for vertically opposite angles. I hope you understand what we're doing here. Vertically opposite angles. Okay, now let's look at the next type of angle. Now we'll be looking at angles meeting at a point. Angles meeting at a point. Let's say you have 4 lines that meet at a point. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Let's call the center O or origin. Then this side will be B. This side will be A. This place will be C. And this place will be D. What do we do in a scenario like this? Now, angle at a point is what? 360. Always have that in mind. Angle at a point is 360. So, whatever you have on each of these angles should add up to 360. Okay. So, what that simply means is each of these sides will add up to 360. So, let's go. Let's start with here. BOC. BOC plus AOB. AOB plus AOD. AOD plus COD. Call of Duty. COD. Sorry, that's not what it means. COD. All will be equal to 360. All will be equal to 360. Let me put it down here. Run out of space on the other side. So 360 degrees. Always have that in mind. Everything will add up to 360 degrees. So let's assume this place is X, this place is Y, this place is Z, and this section is O or P, right? It's the same thing. It will be X plus Y plus Z plus P equal to 360. So you have X plus y plus z plus p equal to 360. When you're answering questions, they would usually give you some. All these alphabets are just like place values. They will give you some and they will tell you to find some other parts. You may have a question where maybe they will tell you x is, let's say, 30, y is 40, z is 21, and p is not given to you. They'll tell you to find p. You use the idea of collecting like terms to solve it. You make p the subject, then you move all these numbers after adding them to the right. Then you'll find your answer for p. We'll answer question shortly. Okay.